Hello everyone. So today I am back with another video, and today I am going to make a Photoshop tutorial. This was a request how to make that kind of sunset effect we create in Illustrator. So I am going to show you guys how to make that kind of effect in Photoshop today. And for this video here I am going to use a artboard that is 4500 into 5400, and it's obviously 300 dpi. That's the print file dimension, and we are using a RGB mode artboard here because we are making a design for print on demand. So first, for starting the design process, we need to import some of our images here. Like this is a texture here. I am going to use this texture in my this design. This is a concrete texture. You can find tons of them in FreePic. Just search like concrete texture, you will find them. Now we are going to create a vintage sunset effect here with this texture on it, and for that first step is we need to create some rectangles here. So I don't know how many I will create, just randomly create some rectangles here, and you can see this is the properties panel of it. We have right now yellow fill, no stroke, that's fine. Let's just, I'm pressing alt to drag a copy here, something like this area maybe, or maybe just maybe zoom in a bit so that we can reduce the gaps between our ellipse, sorry, the rectangles. Then drag them some of the copies here, something like this. These smart guides will help us align them, something like this. This is really easy doing this in Photoshop. This is smart guides helps a lot. Okay, so we have now some rectangles here, and we need to bring some colors here, and for some colors I am going to bring in this image here. This is a vintage color palette. I'm going to use this one for my this video. Okay, so for picking these colors for these rectangles, first step is I need to double click on this rectangle, and then I will, this color swatch will pop up, and with this eyedropper it's just default. If I click on something like this one, it is going to, okay, I am going to make it from this side, it is going to pick that color. That is fine. Let's double click to pick this color for the second one, and so on so forth, something like this. This is really easy. So you need to just bring a image that is your color reference, and then you can pick colors like this. Maybe we have an extra rectangle here, but that's fine. Let's pick this color, then take a darker shade of that color, something like this. That is fine. Okay guys, so as you can see we have now our rectangles here, and now I don't need this wallpaper, so I'm going to delete that layer. That is fine. Now for these rectangle layers I'm going to select all of it, then press Ctrl E. That will, okay, sorry for that. First step is they are all smart layers. As you can see, this is with this thumbnail here. So if I right click on them and then click on this rasterize layer, it is going to make them all raster layers. They are not editable right now. We cannot change the colors now like before. So now if I press shift Ctrl E, it is going to merge them to make it one single layer. You can see this is our one single layer. So that is fine. Let's press Ctrl T to make it bigger, something like this. That is good. Placing it like this. Now I want to keep those texture in the background of the concrete wall. So if I go to this blending option and then choose like multiply, it is going to look like this. We have to just play with some of these layers and see which one works for us, works best for us. It depends on the colors, depends on the texture you are using. So something like this, color layer always works. Maybe that will work for us. Okay, so this is the color option. Okay, sorry for that, it didn't work. So maybe just something like multiply is not working, so let's make it like, maybe I don't know. Yeah, this one is looking good. Okay, so it is maybe because of the texture here. Let's try to change our texture here and see if that is the problem of the texture or not, something like this. Okay guys, so this pattern is working well for us. That's because that previous concrete texture was too many brands effect on it, so that was not looking very good, but this one is looking good as this is a flat kind of wall, and we are using this our multiply option for the blending mode. We can try different options from here too, like this one is also looking good, linear burn, and maybe something like, let's see how color looks, something like this, maybe. Yeah, okay, that is not looking good, so this linear burn is going to look good. So this is our blending mode here. It is looking like this. Now we need to create that sunset effect here by cutting out it by circle. So for that we are going to use this ellipse marquee tool, and with this tool if I press shift and then drag a ellipse like this, I can make a ellipse just like this. Then I can adjust the position something like this. This much is good for me. Now as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. We have a ellipse here, the sunset effect that we wanted to create here, and with this selection active we need to focus here. I'm going to press Ctrl Shift and I, that is inverse selection, or you can go to select then inverse, that is Shift Ctrl I, whatever the way you want to do it. So with the inverse selection like this, I'm going to go to my this rectangle layer, and then if I click on this layer mask icon, it is going to, okay, sorry for that, we need to do it in two different ways. Like first step is if I press delete, it is going to delete everything that is outside of my this circle, and we get a perfect circle here. And the same if we click on this layer, and this is a smart object layer, we need to rasterize it first. Then if I press delete here, it is going to also delete everything of that layer just like this. Now if I click on this layer icon, if I press Ctrl and click here, it is going to select only those layers, and you can see this parts, this in between parts of the texture is not being selected like this. So with this selection just like this, I am going to press Ctrl Shift I again, and then I am going to click on this layer and then press delete. So it is going to delete everything that is outside of my this rectangles, and I just left with a plain sunset effect with the concrete texture just like this. So this is really easy to do. Now I'm going to bring in some more elements. Maybe just I will select my these two layer, both layers, and then bring this a bit up. You can see there is extra part of my design that is left because of the selection, but don't worry about that, we don't need them. So this is looking like this at this point. Now I'm going to add some more elements here, and I'm going to go to file, then place linked, and I'm going to, okay, so sorry for that, I need to bring my that file. This is a palm tree. I'm going to use this in my this design something like this, maybe a bit smaller in size, that is fine. In this area press enter, so enter will place it in my design. Now there is white in my design. If I try to remove the white like with magic wand tool or any other tool you prefer, but that will not be a perfect selection because there is too many small details in the graphic here. So we are not going to do that. We are going to use another way, that is with this layer selected, this tree layer, we are going to use our multiply. So multiply is basically making the white disappear, and the rest, like everything in black, is going to remain. So as you can see, now we have that palm tree, but in too many details, like the full details on it, nothing is lost from here, and it is a perfect cut. So that is fine for us. Now for the, okay, maybe something like this area, that much is good. Let's keep it as it is right now, maybe a bit up, something like this, that's fine. So I'm going to go to place, sorry, file, place linked. I'm going to use my this beach chair and beach umbrella theme, something like, because I am going to make a beach kind of effect here, something like this much, maybe that is fine. Let's place it here, and again we are going to do the same process. Go to multiply, and multiply will make it, sorry for that, I'm just, I need to keep it multiply, then click here, that will deactivate that layer. Now we can zoom in like this. Now for this one here I am going to bring this a bit up, maybe just a little bit, sorry for that. Not that layer, I need to make sure that I am working with my this layer, so this should be on top. Then I can move it something like this much maybe, or maybe a bit bigger in size, because I need to be able to select my graphics. That's fine. So something like this, that is fine. So this is just a beige effect. Now we are using multiply option, that is really cool, and it is blending with our design. But as you can see, where there is no graphic for my these images, here there we can see the whites. So this is really multiplying with the colors, with the layers, where it is we have something, but where we don't have anything, there with the white is visible, and we don't need that. We don't want that. We don't want any extra thing to be in our design. So for fixing that, I am going to again click on this layer thumbnail, control click, and press control and click on this layer thumbnail. It is going to select those rectangles. Now with this selection active, I am going to click on this layer. This is my palm tree layer, and if I click on this option icon here, the layer mask icon, it is going to remove everything that is outside of my these rectangles, and that's how there is no white left in the design. You can see we have only the black outlines of our shape. So that is the magic of Photoshop, using Photoshop. Now we are going to do the same for our this bed chairs also. You can see there is white in the design, we don't want it. So I'm going to press Ctrl and click on this layer thumbnail, then click on this layer, and then click on this layer mask icon. You can see that is also removed from this design. Now that is cutting out, but that's not a problem, that's totally cool. So I am selecting this layer, then I'm going to add a solid color layer just to fill it as a background like this, something like this. That's fine. Let's bring that down to everything. Okay, like this. Now this layer is the lowest layer, and everything here is like the multiplying with our this black shape. Okay, so let me just change the color a bit. Okay, that is not going to work for us anyway, that's not a problem. We can keep it black for now, and that will be good for us. Okay, so that effect is not working here. Maybe we change the blending mode of that. We need to keep it normal, and that's fine, because this is our texture layer. We don't want to do any overlay of this layer. This layer we are using the linear bar, this two we are using multiply, but this layer should be just as it is. So now if I change the background color, you can see it is going to stay like this. So that's cool. Now for this one here, if I just click on control click on this layer, it is going to select these extra parts. I am going to press shift E for eraser tool. Okay, sorry, just eraser tool E, and then I am going to click on this layer, and then I am going to erase everything that is here in this side area. So that is going to, that's good for us. Now if I deselect it, then if I again press Ctrl and click here, you can see only this part is selected. That means this is in the design only, not this part, those are removed. So for now that is good. Let's add some text to our design. I'm going to add a very trendy text for this one. I'm going to add this retired 2021 text, maybe in this red color. That's fine. Click OK. Then I'm going to make it a bit smaller, maybe size, just like this. So pressing enter, pressing Ctrl T for this scale tool, transform tool. Now I can simply bring that up like this, maybe with my move tool, just like this, and then to make sure that it is staying in the same position. So that is fine for us. Now if I just control click on this layer, it is going to show me that there is some extra part of my original design here. If I press E for my eraser tool, and then I can simply erase this part, just like this is going to also erase that area, and that's how we don't have any extra part in our design, something like this. Okay, So that's left here. Let's erase it, something like this. Another option here. That's fine. Let's again press Ctrl and click here to see. Yeah, that is good. That's fine. So I'm going to pick this text here, retired 2021. I'm going to bring a copy little bit down. I'm going to type in not my problem anymore. This is just a trending text. I'm going to make a design just like this. Okay, so for this one here I'm going to pick maybe this color. This is just my design colors. Now this is Photoshop, so we're not going to do any kind of text effect or regular effect that we do in Illustrator because it's hard to do it here. Just I'm going to keep it as simple as possible, just like this. So that's fine for us, this final design. Now if I turn on this black layer, it is going to be a complete transparent file, and as you can see, this is total high resolution, no pixel effect here because we are using that multiply and this erase option here. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this one will give you some idea how to make this kind of vintage sunset effect in Photoshop, because we do a lot of these in Illustrator, but it's easy to do it in Photoshop. And like honestly, you can use any software because software is not making design, we are the ones who making design. So feel free to work with any software you can purchase, you can get, that's fine, no problem. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want more Photoshop tutorial, let me know in the comment section. I will try to do some more Photoshop version of this tutorial. So see you in the next video, guys. Have a great time. Thank you, everyone.